Hey guys, look what the cat brought in. I have purchased a waxing and polishing machine, lithium electricity. And it says it in Japanese. I guess the same thing. So I bought the cheapest polisher you can get. Here in Greece, do you guys want to see an unboxing like the big boys do on their big channels? But this is not sponsored and this is not a subliminal marketing thing. Let me know. And yeah, if you want to see it, I'll do an official unboxing. If you don't want to see it, we just go at it and polish up the black epoxy table I've top. Let me know. See ya. Bye. By the way, this is the cat we are talking about, and he took the box. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Craft. Today's video, I'm gonna do an unboxing. An unboxing of a waxing and polishing machine, lithium electricity. I bought this piece of junk on the internet. It has no brand on it. I have no idea where it's from. It has the name on it in Japanese and English. But I'm not affiliated with anything related to this thing. Anyhow, so I have a project. Actually, I have a couple of tables. I need to fix the finish on it because I tried to polish it up with a angle grinder, and let's say it's way too fast. But I didn't want to buy a proper car polisher thing what the big boys use on the big channels, you know, the Festool and Maguires and all that, because those setups cost anywhere between $200 to $1,000, and this is a tool shack. This is a storage shack, and I can't afford that much money on a polisher. You know, it's just no. It's basically something. A polisher is a very simple thing. It's a circular pad which goes in circle and orbits, and that's all it does. It's basically it's the exact same thing as your sander. So I just can't fathom why is that so expensive. Long story short, I bought this thing. It costed me 52 euros with delivery, and apparently it's battery powered. So I never done an unboxing, and I think it is time that I dip my toes in the unboxing scene. You know, this is a game changer. You need this if you want to succeed in this industry, and if you want to make your business sell many more things, you must buy it. Anyhow, let's get this out of the way. I'm talking too much again. Again, coffee. Don't do it. Okay, so do you see what I see? Can you see the box? Yes. Okay. Now you can see the box, and if I fold in, you can see me too. What's in the box? We have an instruction manual. I always read the manual because I believe in that the manufacturer usually knows more about the tool than I do, and I like to learn how to handle the tool and how to take good care of it, because if you take good care of your tool, the tool is going to last much, much longer. Okay, so it says a little bit about safety instructions. Obviously, wear gloves, eye protection, face protection, wear a hazmat suit, wear space jockey suits. I don't know English whatsoever, do I? Anyhow, so that's personal safety. Don't eat the cord, don't leak the battery, you know, the usual stuff. You can use it for waxing, dewaxing, polishing, sanding, home cleaning, floor, marble, wood, furniture, metal tile, etc. Wow. Those are claims, certainly. Yeah, basically where to use it, where not to use it, how to install the batteries, how to install a new adhesive disc, which is pretty cool. Okay, cool. Wax and polish, yeah, okay. I got the basics. It comes with two polishing pads, one flat and one bumpy. I think the bumpy is for curved surfaces and the flat is for flat surfaces. I'm not very much of an expert on this, so correct me in the comments if I say something that is extremely wrong. A very cheap fiber, microfiber towel. It is very cheap. It's like when I was a kid in the 1980s, we had our clothes made out of this material. It's extremely soft and ew. We got a plastic glove in the box. It comes with a plastic glove. Comes with two plastic gloves for two-handed people. If you have one or three hand, well, if you have three hands, you are not in luck. If you have one hand, you have two sets of gloves. A sanding disc of 120 grit. I think it's 150 millimeters. This is a 120, yeah. Okay, pretty cool. Yo, a bag of whatever this is. You can put this on your head. No. So this is the polisher. You put it on the head of the machine. You got this. You got. What the hell is this material? Okay, so this material is like the face masks we used to wear. That is basically the material of it. It's weird. Got that. Fake sheep wool. Cheap micro. And something fluffy. It's fluffy. I don't know. These are like cheap microfiber materials. Oh, a wool pad. I'm not gonna open it. It's a wool pad. It's artificial wool. Well, yeah. If I open it, I'm gonna mess it up. We have this black thing. I think it's carrying case of some sort. Ooh. No. I have to show you this. You have to see this. You're not gonna believe this. How do I look? Okay, so you got an apron. The cheapest material apron you can get, and if you are a fuck like me, you can barely tie it behind your back. Okay, I'm not a fat. Okay, I just had big lunch. Okay, so let's keep it with that. All right, back to the toys. Oh, we got the machine. It has a well. It smells like Shenzhen, China. Oh, cheap plastic. It has a rubber top. That's alright. I mean, it's head heavy, so we got the motor in here. We got an on-off switch, the cheapest kind you can actually see. It has a speed control. You can't even set it to 1, but it's a speed control nonetheless. It's very easy to remove this disc. It has only one screw. It's flimsy, but I've seen worse. And we have a battery. Okay, doesn't go like that, does it? Do you fit? Whoa. Okay. Okay, you need to force it in. turned on and turned off. Okay. So that's a thing. And it has a beautiful charger. This is the charger. I'm gonna put this on charge and nothing else in the box. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put this on charge and see if it actually works, or did I just manage to break it right now. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey gang, so it's been like half an hour or hour, and I got some charge in this battery, and let me tell you something. This battery is being charged here. You have to plug the plug in here, right? Like so. And it's a generic 1 amp charger. Only thing is, you can't hear it. There is plastic rattling inside. So if you have a lithium-ion charger with a 1000 milliamp output on 12 volts, then replace this. I think this is a generic knockoff of Makita batteries. So yeah, that's that. Let's plug it in. Let's see what's what. All right. I don't know if you can hear it. It's very, very, very quiet. Okay. You can adjust the speed while it's on, and it's not like clicking to 1, 2, 3. It's on stop. I don't know the word. So basically, it doesn't stop. You can speed it to anything you want. So these numbers are just guidance. Ah, right, and this thing shows how much battery juice it has. Okay, cool. One thing, the expensive the expensive polishers slow down and stop when you lift them off from the surface. This one doesn't. So be mindful of that. And yeah, I think it's pretty much the same what you can get from the big brands as well. Apart from that, it's just a little bit lousy building, but it doesn't. It's not flimsy. It's not falling apart. And for the sake of polishing up 2 tabletops a month, I think it's gonna be good in this workshop. And looking at all my other tools, everything is no name here. So hey, I might as well look. It was $50. If it holds for a year, I'm very happy. Yeah, one thing you should know about these things, like this is a Makita, I'm quite sure it's a Makita battery, because I had a drill with this. So basically what happens is the big factories, Festool, Mirka, and all the big factories who produce power tools or make power tools, they get everything from China, right? From the same, basically, city district where all these factories are. And they get the body from factory A, they get the motor from factory B, they get whatever from factory C, and they produce their own actual tools, the expensive stuff, right? And once they stop producing that, the factories don't get rid of the building aisles and the molds and all the machinery they used for the building. What they do is they start talking to each other, right? And they start making the tools, and they put a different brand on it. If they put a brand on it, this one doesn't have this one doesn't even have a brand on it. And they make their own tools, and maybe they change out the switch, not to have like interference with the regulations of knocking off things and everything. Anyhow, what I'm trying to say is everything comes from the same factories. The cheap one and the expensive one too. Only difference is the cheap one, if it's literally a new knockoff of the newest design, the cheap one usually uses cheapest materials, and it's more dangerous to use because they can fall apart or malfunction. But if it's an older design, like 5-year-old design, like let's take a Festool sander, and if the sander was sold by Festool like 10 years ago, you buy a Chinese knockoff, it's going to use the same exact materials, the same exact quality materials, because now it's worth for them to sell it for cheaper because they don't have a competition. They don't have to be cheaper that much on the materials. Okay, so that's basically it. That's basically what I'm trying to say here is don't be afraid to buy cheaper tools, but be mindful that you might it's a draw. You have to. If I would be you, I would see it in person, hold it in my hand, if it's possible. If you don't buy it online, if you buy it online, be 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 prepared on throwing it out immediately, because you might have a chance of pulling a dud. I remember I bought a Black & Decker what's the word? Uh, Plunge router. Yeah, I bought a Black & Decker plunge router, and back in the day when I was a kid, Black & Decker was the brand. Like Black & Decker was the fast tool of the 90s, right? If you wanted something good, you bought Black & Decker. So I bought my first tool was a plunge router to level things out, because I saw it on the YouTube channel of the big guys that you have to have a plunge router and a sled to level everything out. So I bought one. It costed me $70 for the box and everything, but I was like, yeah, Black & Decker, that's like Bosch, that's like extreme good quality. No, sir. That was the cheapest plastic thing. It literally burned down in the first test. So yeah, where I was going with this. Yeah, basically. So be prepared on buying it twice. But if you're careful enough, if you're looking into it more, and if you see it that is kind of similar to the name brands, but it isn't, and try to look for different marketplaces, try to look for different reviews, try to avoid the fake reviews. It's a whole thing. It's a whole adventure looking for cheaper tools or knockoff tools. One thing I would advise you is when you buy extreme power tools, and what I mean by extreme power tools, when you buy a circular saw, when you buy a table saw, a jigsaw, a plunge router, or something with an extremely strong motor and an extremely sharp blade, where a malfunction could literally kill you, by name. Invest your money in that. Pay the price of quality, because if you buy the cheap saw, or if you buy the cheap circular saw, man, you can get real hurt. So on the important tools, buy quality. If you want to save a buck, buy second-hand quality. Okay, there are a lot of makers selling their stuff online secondhand. If you're in the States, I'm sure you can get it for very cheap. If you are in the UK, go to car boot sales. If you are in Australia, I have no idea. I've never been to Australia. I don't know much about the country. I'm so sorry about that. But basically, try to get secondhand tools, right? But buy name brands, buy quality tools if you need to. You buy the as quality as it possibly can be. If you buy a Hoover, or a vacuum cleaner, you don't have to buy an expensive one. If you buy a sander, you don't have to buy an expensive one. You can buy a mid-range one. Don't buy the cheap sander, from my experience, because I used to do painting and decorating way back, and I think I used like 4 or 5 a year because I only put like £20 sanders. Anyway, but yeah, for a jigsaw, you don't have to buy a brand. For a drill, for a screw gun, you don't have to buy brand. It's just screws things in. It's no biggie. And that's basically the message of this video, and I'm still rambling on. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. I'll promise you a proper explanation on how to polish epoxy is coming. Wait for the better weather. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of knockoff tools, and let me know what you have found, what is your experience. I really wanna build this community, and I really want you to share your experience, not just with me, with the others, to have a base knowledge, a common knowledge base where we can all dig ourselves into and look for solutions or ideas or tips and advice. Okay, thanks very much for watching again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.